It is NBA action on EA. Cohen, great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan. Tonight, the New York Knicks getting set to match up with the New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans control the tap. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
8 seconds. It's going the other way. Holiday. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. To Julius Randle. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's Pelicans ball. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Smith to Richardson. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Short jumper stays out. Richardson passed it off. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Ball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Smith with it up top. He'll run the offense. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Julius Randle has got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Knicks with the basketball. Smith to Richardson.
Oh! Out there looking like the kid. Oh.
Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Randall to Porter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Ball with the basketball. Up 6. Runner's good there.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Smith to Richardson. Here comes the screen.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. New Orleans has it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
Smith, now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
New blood coming in for both sides. Smith to Marcus Morris. Count it.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Holiday. Going to launch beyond the arc. Missed it. Smith. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
McGee punching it home with the putback slam.
JaVale has such a good nose around the basket until he doesn't.
What are you saying there, Jay?
It's 50-50 sometimes.
Well, hopefully it's half glass full in this regard. Into the front court comes Smith. Down a dozen. And a throwdown.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Smith. Great dish to set it up. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You have to understand something. If you want to win this game, there should be one rule and one rule only. You never give up easy buckets, even if you have to give a hard foul. Make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Smith. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. The Pelicans will take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Holiday. And look out. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Hayden into the front court. Just under a minute to go in a very one-sided first quarter of play. Pelicans have the basketball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Hayden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Got it.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Possession lies with New York. Hayden. And the basket good at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The assist from number 14.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle. Deep three at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Pelicans in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you.
Substitutions, New Orleans. Subbing in for the Knicks, number 13.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Got it.
I like that. I get him right back to you.
DeMarcus Morris. Great feed. Sets it up. Ah, rocking the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
He's got it. Three-point play on that trip. Hayden into the front court. Down a point. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
The screen sets him up for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Ball. Whoa, what a finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Pelicans basketball. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Porter. Ah, the monster stuff.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Hayden to Richardson. Driving right to the basket. To Payton. And the rebound taken by New Orleans. And the nice finish at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Hayden with the basketball. Down three. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Porter. Fires the three. Off the mark. Ball into the front court. Leads three. Stuffs it down with authority.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
Cashes in for two.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Hayden into the front court. Right now, down 7. Porter still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
Self-check.
Takes it coast to coast, and the strong finish at the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
20-footer at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. The Pelicans have the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Pelicans will start the second half with a narrow lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Smith to Porter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Gortat. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Richardson. To Dennis Smith Jr. New York with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Smith shot no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
The possession lies with New York. Smith to Richardson. Here comes the screen. And finishes strong. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand.
I told you the screen was coming.
Richardson to Porter. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
With the flush, taking on all comers.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
To Gortat. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Gortat to Dennis Smith Jr. Had a chance, but it's no good. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Julius Randle. To Dennis Smith Jr. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Julius Randle at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First try, no good. Off the mark, 0 for 2 at the line. Slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And the finish, slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurt.
Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions. Dennis Smith Jr. against the native of Sweden. To Porter. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Here comes the screen. Porter matched up with Jerebko. To Dennis Smith Jr. Knicks with 4 to shoot. Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall. New Orleans going to take it up. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Smith with the basketball. Down a bundle. For three. Pelicans have the rebound. Slams it down.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Smith
When you open, shoot it.
lets it fly from long range, and the Pelicans able to clear the rebound.
Knock that down, yo. Got it.
Turns and slams it down.
An easy two, get back on defense.
Smith now into the front court. Final minute to play in this third quarter. Screen coming. Porter picked up by Jerebko. Great look and vision. Layup goes down. Well done.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Locked up. Pick it up.
To Ball. The pass set it all up.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
New York Knicks basketball. Surveys the floor. Lonzo Ball pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. It goes down.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Hayden with the basketball. His guys down big. Knocked loose. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. So the Knicks keep possession. Oh, he had it. He'll put it up at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Pelicans own a sizable lead. It's the Pelicans with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
New York in control of the basketball. To Richardson. Won't go. Rises for the slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And Josh Richardson, zero hesitation on that one. Buries the 3.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Whoops, that won't go. Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And a put-back slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Knicks with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Short jumper off the mark.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Payton to Richardson. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Payton with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Nice pass to set things up. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
To Julius Randle. The drive, right to the basket. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Possession lies with New York. Smith to Richardson. Down low to Smith. Slam dunk.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Flushes it home. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Smith to Richardson. Smith to Gortat. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go.
Psychological warfare by the defense. I see they baited him into that shot. They'll give him that all night long.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
Count the basket at the rim.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Hits the free throw. Great feed. Count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Count it. Old-fashioned three-point play. To Julius Randle. Nice pass to get things going.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Smith to Julius Randle. Gets it in the left corner. Richardson, he's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat five.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Terrific vision. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Easy path to the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Porter to Dennis Smith Jr. Randall to Richardson. Gortat rocking the rim.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
And he finishes at the rim.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Porter to Dennis Smith Jr. To Porter. New York with 4 to shoot. Deep 2 there, won't go. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
He throws it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. Shot by Smith. Oh, and a putback. It's the Pelicans who come away with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pelicans put one in the win column with a solid performance. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New Orleans Pelicans. The Knicks didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. The Knicks relied on these guys for their scoring here today.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The New York Knicks were simply unable to avoid being soft on defense when the ball went inside the paint. Why they couldn't rotate properly, I don't know. They simply got outworked in this matchup.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation.